Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. Happy Sunday afternoon. Happy to see you all, sort of, kind of. I'm back at it. I'm feeling perky. I'm feeling inspired, which is always a good thing. Hopefully the mojo is with me. It hasn't been with me the last couple of days. I got back from New York a few days ago and I've tried 3 pours and I've scraped all 3. I videotaped one from last night, but then I scraped it because I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to show you that one. And I did video it. I'm not going to post it because it was this guy. And it just looked kindergarten-ish to me. So yeah, I posted it on the acrylic pouring page last night, and a lot of you said keep it, a bunch of you said scrape it, and I went with my gut and it got scraped. So I'm not going to post that video. I do want to talk about the last results from the last couple of videos real quick before we get started. Video number 42 with glue. It's a hot mess. I'm telling you, it's awful. I'm going to throw it away, honestly. This is the one with just glue and water. All of the magenta disappeared while it was drying. It didn't really move as much as it congealed on the canvas. This used to be lovely Naples yellow lacing, and it just kind of went like this on the canvas and then dried, and it's awful. And if someone out there says, oh, I like it, it looks great, you're crazy. I'm telling you, you're just crazy. So, bye-bye to that one. Next was video 43, which is the Santa Fe painting. Let me try and show you without knocking over all my paint. This one, I think this is the best one I've ever done. I love, love, love the cells and how well defined with the dark rings. They really, really stand out. Looking great. This isn't varnished or anything, and it really, really held its colors. And then we get up here, and a little gnat, even though I had this under a tarp, a little gnat or a fly or something got in there and dive bombed it, skidded to a stop. But I could touch that up, right? But then Murphy's Law says that if you're gonna crack, let's crack in the most obvious places and ruin the painting. And that's exactly what happened right there. Cracked all to hell. And I'm really, really sad and bummed out because, man, I love this painting. I'm going to try and fix it and then varnish it. I'm not comfortable selling it now. Even if I can fix that, I'm just going to keep it for myself. So it has its forever home with me. But gosh, it kind of broke my heart, right? I mean, just that little bit right there. I could have fixed that little spot. No big deal. Yeah, too bad. And then right before I left for New York, I did a quick pour using nothing but the Oops paint from Home Depot. So this is all house paint, just glue and water and house paint. And again, let me see, 42, too thick. 43, the Santa Fe, I think the pouring medium consistency was about perfect. I tried it again on this guy, and it also, too, cracked right here in the white, all along there. So, me and the glue and water, we don't mix. I think it's fabulous as a homemade pouring medium recipe. If you have the environment to let it dry, obviously it doesn't like my household. And it goes downstairs on the table with really no air or anything, and I put a big cover over it, and they just cracked. And I don't have that problem with my other homemade pouring medium recipes. So no glue and water for me, unfortunately. What else? Let me get down on the camera. Oh, before I do, today's inspiration are these flowers, and no one bought them for me. I went to Wegmans, which is a local grocery store, and walked in and saw this bouquet, and I'm like, I gotta have that. That's gorgeous. And I'm in love with the colors because I'm not a pastel-y kind of gal. I do like my jewel tones. And literally, I bought them because they're gorgeous, and I thought those colors would make an awesome pour. So today, this is the inspiration for the painting colors. So put that guy right there so we can Look at them in the background, and just stunning, stunning, stunning. All right, enough of me down on the canvas. Let me throw, I got a nice sweater on, so let me throw on my beat up apron real quick. It just came out of the wash. You never know it because it looks like hell, but it does the job, does its purpose. So let me get that on so I keep my sweater nice. And yeah, I got a lot to tell you guys about. It's been a couple weeks. So, and last night I didn't talk a lot in the video I'm not posting because I was feeling like hell. And yesterday, I took a 3-hour nap, so I wasn't particularly chatty on that video anyway, so you didn't miss anything. All right, down on the canvas. Today, much like an earlier video where I had like the A team of colors and the B team of colors, because basically I looked at my flowers and did every color in there, and I'm not going to use them all, obviously. I'm going to decide on the fly and put some back. So real quick, let's start over here with the orange. This is Vermilion, the Artist Lofts. Put that guy away. Next, we have Iridescent Gold, and this is the Sennelier, which is fast becoming my favorite brand. And it comes in these awesome packets, which I love because you can get out every single drop. And it's easy to just cut and scrape, and I love these, and they're easy to store because they're kind of flat, and they're the bomb. So that's this color here. I like it because it's a combination of old gold and regular gold. So not so like you know, neon gold, but not that dark gold either. So it's kind of right smack in the middle. Next, we have some red, and that's probably my Cadmium Red. Yep, Cadmium Red Deep U there. And next to it, which I think is this, I think this is going to be the B team. So we're going to move it off. There, decision made already. Because the red next to it, for my purposes, is the better red. And this is the Alizarin Crimson U Permanent. It's heavy body Liquitex. That's that guy right there. That's I think that's my favorite color of, you know, for today or this week. I'll change my mind in that, you know, in 2 hours or so. But right now, that's my favorite color. So he's a keeper. Next up over here, we have, and I haven't gotten this out in a while. This is Iridescent Rich Bronze. Here, I think he's going to make the list today as well. And then in the back road, I threw away the container already, but this is Windsor Newton's Red Oxide in this color here. His fate is yet to be determined. And then next to it, this is an awesome color. It's unusual, and I think it'd be hard to make on your own. So I'm glad I just bought a tube of it. This is also Sennelier, and this is Quinacridone Gold, but it's orange gold, so I don't know. It's like the strawberry blonde of golds. That's pretty good, Karen. Strawberry blonde of golds. That's exactly what it is. So it's that color there. It's very pretty. I think that's going to make the A team today. And then my purples, we have in, nope, wrong one. We have just the Prism Violet, the basics. Liquitex. I don't know if he's A team or B team yet. And then finally in this cup here, another purple, which is the Deep Violet. And I don't want both. One's purpley, one's grapey. I think this guy is going to go with the red. And with these, and I think orange is off on the B team too. So these guys are just going to go sit on a bench. I have a couple other canvases in mind that I will use those 3 cups. Because really, come on, I already still have 6 colors left. That's plenty. So this is the palette today. And then as usual, a big old cup of titanium white. I'm going to do Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always debate whether or not to do fewer big cups or a lot of little cups. And given that I'm going to swipe this way, I think I'm going to go with more little cups. Yep, so we're going to put the big cups away. And let me grab a bunch more of these guys. Hold on one sec. Grab them out. Ooh. Oh my gosh, I just found my secret stash of the really good chocolate too, so gotta have one of that with my tea. Similarly, can you see these if I layer them down here? You can barely, right? So let me go up just a smidgen like that and slide this over a smidgen. Whoa. Kind of like that. What's crooked? Whoa. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Please stand by while I fix myself. What is going on? Let me lean it this way and come down. And that might be even a better view for you guys. What's crooked, the camera or my canvas? That looks pretty great right there. You can really see the canvas really well. So I will mix on top of my canvas so you can see what I'm doing. So we'll do these 5 cups. All right, this is rock and roll. Oh, let me show you consistency today because people always ask me about it and I haven't added any oil yet. So my consistency mixed up, steady stream. And the stream's important. Everyone talks about, you know, warm honey or whatever. To me, it's more important to see what kind of trace you get when it hits the cup. So when the paint hits the top of the cup, today I get the smallest of mounds before it dissipates. So that's always a good indicator. If you get a mound and it sits on top, it could be a little too thick. If it dissipates immediately, your paint could be too thin. You want to see it sit there for a second before it disappears. With that said, I'm going to use my Spot On treadmill silicone and add a couple drops of silicone to the colors. That's this stuff right here. All right. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Put that away. And then for stirring, I just kind of go like this. And that's it. Ooh, I'm a little worried about that red. That felt thick. Let me check it out. No, it's okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it. All right. Ready to go again. Wish me luck. I'm so inspired by these colors that I'm hoping for a good pour, because between the cracking of the last couple and the scraping of two canvases yesterday, I kind of need a win today. That's what I say. So that's what I'm hoping for. I need a good pour. I wanted to call out a couple people. Charla, who I think is Australian, who did a painting, and she gave me and Julie Cutts a shout out and has worked up enough nerve to submit her art to, I guess, a local gallery. Rock on with your bad self. Congrats. I just did that for the first time a couple weeks ago. And I can talk a little bit about my experience doing that. And what I can say is, was I stare what color to do first. Let me order these. Is that because I'm a total goober, I thought that I thought that entering a jewelry gallery meant that you just submitted your artwork, you know, sent in your pictures or whatnot, and then if you were accepted, it meant that the judge, you know, said, I deem thee worthy of the wall space, and that was it. But no, that's not how it works. What it means is you go to an open house that's for the artist before they open up the gallery. And I want to call him the MC, and I know that's not right. Oh my God, it'll come to me. The MC, you're so silly. The curator of the gallery or whatever, there's probably a better word for that, comes out and talks and introduces the judge, and you hear all about her background and resume and achievements. And then she gathered up all the artists and took us on a walking tour of the gallery, and there were 60 pieces, and she stopped at a bunch of them and explained what she liked or what she found interesting or what moved her. And then she would ask a question or two of the artists if they were there, you know, about what their technique was. And it was a total hodgepodge. There were oil paintings, watercolor, a bunch of mixed media. Only me and one other lady had pours there. And so you walk all around, and then you have like light refreshments, and you get to chat with the other artists, and that was awesome. And everyone was super, super nice. And then you sit back down, and they're like, okay, we're gonna announce the winners. And I'm like, winners? What? And there were 2 honorable mentions, and then a first, second, and third prize. And you got a check. And I got 3rd place. And I was shocked and humbled and totally stoked, but like totally wasn't expecting it, like at all. I was there to just kind of enjoy and take it in. So when I called my name, like I actually looked around, like, who's that? And my husband's like, get up there. I'm like, oh shit, that's me. Oh my God. And then my favorite part was actually getting to talk to the judge afterwards. And my takeaway was her speaking to a small group of us of what she was looking for in terms of composition, movement, and how well you executed whatever your medium or style was. Like she was really, that's what she was looking for. So for fluid artists, you know, composition, your cells, can you still tell a story, or is it just decorative? Is there meaning behind it? All those types of things, which is really interesting and very, very helpful. So that was really, really cool. So Charlotte, good luck to you. Congrats for just getting up the nerve. And last night I actually entered 2 more paintings into a jewelry show for December, so we'll see what happens there. And then, what else do I want to talk about? I'm going to switch these 2. I wanted to give a shout out to a lady I was corresponding with on my YouTube channel. Her name is Rosetta. Rosetta, thank you for the lovely write-up about New York City's Department of Education and school system. It's definitely too late for my daughter. We have since moved back to Virginia, but I appreciated the comments. That was really nice of you. And I'm sorry we didn't get to paint together, because that would have been a blast. So there was that. And while I was up in New York City, I got a private message from my Instagram account. And usually when I get those, I ignore them, because it's usually follow our page, or hey, pay $50 and sell tickets or whatever, and you can be in this art exhibition or that kind of stuff. And I usually just ignore it. But this turned out to be 2 students that, foreign exchange students who are attending the Parsons School of Art and Design in New York City. And they liked my Instagram gallery and wanted to meet me and interview me as part of a art project. And it was graded. So I met them in like Washington Square and hung out with them for like an hour and a half, and they interviewed me, and it was very, very cool. So now I'm on pins and needles waiting to hear whether or not they got an A. Like, did my face and my talking get them in the A? I know they had to edit the video and I haven't seen it yet. And I gave them permission to use a couple paintings, but only for the purposes of their classroom. So we'll see what happens there. All right, cups are getting pretty full. I think I'm gonna be picky and add. I'm in love with this this deep red, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that. Maybe in just every other color. Cup, I mean. Gosh, I was so bummed out about that Santa Fe picture when I got home. It just like, oh, gut-wrenching. I was bummed out about it all day yesterday. And then I got cheered up because out of the blue, somebody on my, was on my Waterfall Acrylics website, or not website, Facebook page, and they bought a painting. And they bought the Tucson painting. So I've got the whole Southwest thing going on, I guess. All right, and then in these two, let's do the purple. I feel my paint, I let it sit for about an hour. And I feel like it's a little thicker than I intended, so we'll see what happens. And I wanted to do that with the bronze. I do love these colors together. Oh my goodness. So happy to be doing this again. And I feel like I'm due for a good pour. I do. All right, let me move. We'll save these ones with still has color, and we'll put them with the B team for another painting over there. And I'll probably do that one off camera. I know you guys aren't gonna believe me, but I really am an introvert at heart. So sometimes it's just, you know, I love doing this, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I like to just paint and be quiet and think and kind of get into my own head about what I'm doing. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with the next painting with the leftover colors that I didn't use. All right, here we go. Let me take some of these off. All right, cup number 1. Put you there. Give me this one with the purple on top. Cup number 2. Cup number 3. Cup number 4. And not sure I need this cup. And they're kind of small, so I'm gonna go for it. 5. Stay there. Got my torch handy. Let me grab my spoon and my gloves. And speaking of Instagram, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. So one of the last things I did in New York City, since, you know, they did find a replacement for me. My company found a replacement. So she'll arrive sometime in December, and they hired a temp to fill in temporarily, which is great. So I got to overlap with that person. So I actually got to come back a few days earlier. So I played tourist in the city. And one of the things I got to do was go see Hamilton, the musical, finally. And I scored a pretty good ticket, and I was super, super excited. So I took like a dorky selfie of myself sitting in the theater with a billboard up to my face, and I posted that on Instagram. And because I've sold artwork, you know, because it's linked to my Waterfall Acrylics Facebook page, I get something called Insights. So I can click on like View Insights, and it'll tell me more details about who liked my page or who saved a painting. And when you save a painting, you know, it's that little ribbon you can click on, and you can save things that inspire you or that you really like. Someone saved, like strangers, 2 strangers saved my selfie. And I was just thinking about that like a half an hour ago. Like, isn't that kind of weird? Like, why would you save my face? Do I know you? If I know you, then you know me, and like you can just come and look at me whenever you want. I don't know. It just kind of threw me for a loop, because it wasn't like they were saving a photo of my art. It was a photo of my face, and I just thought that was kind of weird. Anyway, rambling. I know I'm rambling. All right, what do you think? Are we ready? Is that white paint? Looks like white paint. Oh boy. Number 1. Splooged a little off. We'll keep it there. Number 2. Oh, love. Oh, love that. The copper with the violet. So pretty. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Ooh, got a whole bunch in my cup. I'll save that. 3, 4. Save that. It's splooged on my counter. And then 5. Oh gosh. Let's see if any of them meet up or anything. Do I want to add any in between? I guess I could. I'm going to save the rest. See if I need it. Not really moving around too much. Let me move my cups out of the way. This is a 12 by 24 gallery wrapped canvas, by the way, if I forgot to mention that. That's what we're working on today. And the fails from yesterday were on a, just like a 12 by 16 pre-gessoed ampersand cradled wood board, and I scraped it like 3 times, so I thought I'm gonna give it a rest. That poor canvas. Torch. All right. Not too many bubbles because I did leave it rest. Let me just torch a little bit. And this guy. Oh, I'm low on butane. Gotta get close. Yeah, it's really not not doing a whole lot. That's okay though. That doesn't bother me. All right. Let me see where, if I pull this down, will you be able to see so I can wiggle, wiggle? Let me wiggle. Yeah, go meet up with each other. Don't be shy. There we go. I'm gonna wiggle down my way a little bit. And back up your way. I'm gonna stop and give this some help right here. Finger painting. All right. I do need to cover my sides, so there, off we go there. Yep. Sorry if you guys can't see for a second. Can you see okay? I'm gonna come toward me. Kind of slowly. Oh, I don't like that at all. I'm coming back up for a second. Paint must be a little thick because it's crawling along. It's getting there. Oh, now it's picking up some momentum. I spoke too soon. Off the edge there, off the edge there. A little bit over on this one side. Off you go. I got this one corner. And that has great cells too. I don't want to lose it. Let me come back up here a second. Towards you, stretch some of these out. Oh yeah, that's good. Let me stop. I don't know what happened. I have a chunk of something right. Oh, Karen, let me wipe off my hands or rinse them real quick. What is that? Is that paint? 'Cause man, I stirred the hell out of them. That's where is that Floetrol? What is that? Seems like it's just paint, but it's like a bump. Can I get it with my finger? I don't care if I make a little star. I made a cute little star. I don't know what that was. All right. Let me just stare at it for a second. What do I like? What do I don't like? Wild color combination. That strawberry blonde, the what's that stuff called again? That really is powerful stuff. The quinacridone gold. That's what most of this is. That stuff is like, oh yeah, I came to party. Look out, here I come. Because it's everywhere. I really love this one corner if I can get it to come down to the edge here and try to tilt that way a little bit. So let me see what I can do about that one corner. Go up this way without getting my, just kind of go that way. Go ahead real quick. that did absolutely nothing. Still didn't want to come. Let me come back. Interesting. What do I like? What do I don't like? I don't like this blob of red. So let me say go away. Right there and drag the brown down. No, I don't like that either. Hold on. Oh, I screw up my painting with my finger. What am I gonna do about that? Let me see if I can find that cup with my spoon. And kind of just go. Oh, look at that. Ha ha. That was a pretty damn good matchup. That. I'll pick the right cup that came out of. And get this before it gets muddy. And finish off this side and just let it run down. That looks great. What else? I'm just stalling right now, just so you know, as I study the composition and decide what I think about this painting. It's bold, I'll give you that. It is quite bold. And I still have a bit of paint left in my cups. So I'm thinking about, do I want to just pour something? Pour over something? Go down the middle, something like right here, or do I leave it? Andy, once again, as usual, I wish you guys could respond and say, go for it, or don't you dare. Don't you dare, what's wrong with you? So let me match up my colors here on the ends and the sides. How's your side look? You probably can't see. I think that side just needs a little tiny bit. I think this matches right here. Where is it? Right there. And I got a corner over there with the gold. So let me find a cup of some gold. I think I'm going to leave it. I think it's very, very vibrant and wild. It's like, it's fall on steroids. That's what I think of it. It's definitely like fall colors on steroids. And I'm just so happy to have a decent painting again, and have confidence in that it'll dry okay, since I do have, did I talk about what my recipe was? My pouring medium recipe, sorry I didn't mention this earlier, is I did 8 ounces of Elmer's glue all with 4 ounces of the Floetrol, you know, to help with the cracking so it dries slower. And then 4 ounces of Liquitex pouring medium for the same reason, just so it wouldn't crack or craze on me. Just staring, see if I want to tilt anywhere. That's wild looking. I'm gonna tilt a little bit this, wait, let me make sure my hands are good. I'm gonna tilt a little bit this way, just a little bit. Just to stretch out some things and condense some things. A little bit that way. Do I like that better? I think I do. Do I want to torch anywhere? I think I do. So let me take off my gloves to torch. Not that my torch minds the paint. Have you seen my torch? The poor thing. One of these days I will coat it down with some acrylic paint remover and clean it off, but for right now, let's see if I get anything in here. Some baby cells in here. Maybe some more gold in here, maybe not, I don't know. But in here, I don't know if it's conveying on camera, but this part here is really gorgeous because the bronze and the, what other color was kind of metallic? The bronze and the gold, that Senlier gold, has mixed in really well with the purple, and it's stunning, I gotta say. Like when I look at it sideways, really, really pretty. I don't think that's gonna do anything. How about in here? In white. Yeah, right there. That's it, leave it. Very, very interesting color combination, I gotta say. The one thing I'm a little sad about is, you know, my favorite color of the day, this red here. Where did it go? I lost the tube for it. What is it? Oh yeah, the alizarin crimson hue. You see a bit of it over here, a little bit. I think it just blended in. I would have liked to seen that a little more on top, but oh well, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So, where am I? Oh my God, long video, 41 minutes, 42 minutes. Sorry about that. Haven't seen you in a while. What can I say? Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support. Let me zoom in for you guys. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you in a couple days, or maybe sooner, because I have all these Team B colors left over. So take care. Hold on, let me zoom in. So start up at this end here. There we go. Going off the table there. The purple with the gold. Can you see that there? It's really cool looking. And then the red purple with the strawberry gold there. Am I too close? Up here. And I gotta show you this one corner. See that one corner is amazing. Love that. And I love these red right here too. That's pretty great. So let me come up high. Yeah, there she be. I'll take good pictures of it. I think it's a keeper. So until next time, bye-bye.